Now coming to some of the myths, I have been involved with the deployment of over 100 plus cloud facilities within the education environment. And you hear a lot of concerns which are shared both by management, faculty, and the students. One of the first things that which has been shot at me was that the cloud computing is a passing phase. It's one of the new technologies which has come, which will go. So do we kind of latch on to it? The other major thing which is asked is my data secure? I'm putting all my data on the cloud. So is it secure? Is it safe? Third, a lot of times people would not like to see the university or the college data by somebody else. So is it a concern which is shared both within departments, within the college to another college, who's probably in the same space? So that's another concern which is typically there. Next comes what happens to the hardware or the data in case of a crash scenario. The service provider issues is also something that's shared. What happens? Do I kind of work with that particular organization? Do I support them? Do I trust them? So that's essentially the kind of thing which a lot of people have asked me. Next comes the migration, which is basically when you're migrating to the cloud, what are the the issues, the challenges that are typically there. The last, which is always there, is are there some hidden costs? A lot of times the basic services in cloud are free, but most people would like to know what are the hidden costs, what are the things that I don't see on the paper. So I would try in my presentation to kind of answer all these things and clear the doubts so that people have a better clarity in terms of moving to the cloud. Let me start off with the two major components or the two major stakeholders both in an education environment and in a training environment. Education environment would include the K-12s, the higher education, the universities, etc. The training services would include most of the organizations who have either a training department or the entire organization basically focuses on providing training. So coming to the first one in terms of the education services, one of the most important changes which will typically happen by moving to the cloud would be it becomes a student-centric model, which essentially means the student becomes one of the most important people in the system